Alright, changing out the rear setup on the new bike. I fabricated this bracket just out of aluminum. Pretty easy. Took me like 2 minutes to do. That is going to mount flush in the existing holes. Originally had some more complicated plans, but this was probably a lot simpler, and it'll be lighter weight as well. As I unscrewed it, there was 2 of these in each hole, or there's 1 of these in each hole. There's rubber grommets that go all the way through, and these push up through. I planned on using just a washer, a standard washer, and a bolt, but these actually provide support for the bolts, so I ended up having to use these, but I ground it down. I'm not sure if it's focusing. I ground them down. They're about half as long as they were. If I wasn't going to use these, the bolts would have wobbled around in the holes and they just wouldn't have been centered, which probably wouldn't have been an issue once you got it tightened down with the rubber. Would have held it in place, but I decided I'd modify these and keep it all solid. Other than that, I guess I'm just going to mount it up and I'll show you what it looks like once we get it in there. A little bit of spacing issues. Once I mount these, the bolt heads are going to be pushing the plate out. I'll either leave it like that, it's not going to be a big issue, or I will put a nut on this back side as well, and that'll space out the plate. But I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue just to leave it, so I'll just do that. Alright, coming back. Alright, I got the actual mounting plate test fit. I'm probably going to end up taking these stickers off as they're kind of obnoxious. They're not so bad right now, but as soon as I take this off, it's going to look a lot worse because those will stick out. So, this will all be gone, obviously, but right now I don't want to take it off because I'm going to be changing out the light tomorrow, and I'll have another video on that. But as you can see, it fits pretty close to flush. Those washers have some thickness to them, probably 1/8 inch or so, but other than that, it's pretty much flush. The plate is gonna be all the way up here. That's where the front of it will mount, and I wanted to offset it like that so it would be as close to that rear light as possible. If you didn't notice, the WPS lights have a clear spot in the back to illuminate your license plate, so I wanted to take that into consideration when I was doing this. Otherwise I probably would have mounted the plate down here, but I think it'll look good anyways, and it will be definitely be sturdy with 1/8 inch aluminum, if that's what that is. So yeah, I'll be back once I get those stickers off and get everything tightened down. See you then. Alright, here it is installed. I decided I would just leave the extra nut out of there, and there's not too much of a gap anyways if you look from the front. Just a tiny gap there because it can bend around, which is alright. So once again, it'll look a lot better once I get this big hunk of junk off there, and that will be in the next video, so stay tuned for that.